Have you ever heard of a house that seems to be alive? House that watches you, that whispers your name in the dead of night? Today, we're diving into the chilling story of the Blackwood Manor, a place so infamous, it's simply known as the House of Terror. Built in the late 1800s by a wealthy and eccentric industrialist named Alistair Blackwood, the manor was supposed to be a testament to his success. But Alistair was a man obsessed with the occult. He designed the house himself, embedding strange symbols into the architecture and building secret passages that led to nowhere. Locals whispered that he was trying to build a bridge to another world, a gateway for something dark to cross over. The first tragedy struck before the house was even finished. Several construction workers died in bizarre accidents. One fell from a scaffold that was perfectly secure just moments before. Another was found trapped in a partially walled-up room with no explanation for how he got there. The townspeople grew fearful, but Alistair Blackwood pressed on, undeterred. Once he and his family moved in, the real horror began. His wife, Eleanor, once a vibrant socialite, became a recluse. She was often heard weeping in the upper floors, claiming the walls were speaking to her, showing her terrible visions. His two young children, who used to play in the gardens, would instead sit silently in their rooms, drawing disturbing pictures of shadowy figures with no faces. One night, the entire Blackwood family vanished. Just gone. The police searched the manor from top to bottom. They found a half-eaten dinner on the table, still warm. They found the children's toys scattered on the floor as if dropped in a hurry. But of Alistair, Eleanor, and their children, there was no trace. The only thing they found was Alistair's journal, left open on his desk. The final entry was a single, frantic sentence. "It's inside the walls. It's inside us." After the disappearance, the house sat empty for decades. No one dared to buy it. Locals would tell stories of lights flickering in the empty windows and faint screams carried on the wind. It became a dare for teenagers to spend a night there, but few ever made it till sunrise. Those who did came back changed, their eyes filled with a fear they couldn't put into words. They spoke of doors slamming shut on their own, of icy cold spots that moved around the rooms, and the sound of a child's laughter echoing from the empty nursery. In the 1970s, a group of paranormal investigators decided to take on the challenge. They were professionals, armed with the latest technology of the time: EVP recorders, thermal cameras, and electromagnetic field meters. They were confident they could debunk the myths, or, at the very least, document whatever was happening in Blackwood Manor. They set up their equipment and began their investigation. For the first few hours, everything was quiet. They recorded some minor temperature drops and a few strange noises, but nothing conclusive. Then just after midnight, all their equipment malfunctioned at once. The lights went out, their cameras died, and their recorders filled with a deafening static. They were plunged into total darkness and silence. That's when the whispers started. It came from all around them, seeming to emanate from the very structure of the house. Voices of men, women, and children, all speaking at once. A chaotic symphony of fear and despair. The investigators tried to flee, but the front door, which they had propped open, was now sealed shut. They were trapped. One by one, they were separated in the dark. They could hear each other's screams as something hunted them through the labyrinthine corridors. Only one investigator, a man named Arthur Gable, managed to survive. He escaped by throwing himself through a second-story window, shattering his leg but saving his life. Arthur was never the same. He spent the rest of his life in a psychiatric hospital, babbling about a shadow that consumes and a house that feeds on sorrow. He claimed the house wasn't just haunted. It was a predator. It lured people in, fed on their fear, and absorbed their very essence into its walls. The spirits of the Blackwoods, and all the others who vanished, weren't just trapped there, were part of the house itself. After Arthur's terrifying experience, the authorities declared Blackwood Manor too dangerous and had it boarded up, fenced off from the public. But a fence can't contain a legend. The story of the House of Terror only grew, passed down through generations. People still claim to see figures in the windows, the ghostly silhouettes of the Blackwood family, forever looking out, waiting for new guests. What makes this story so uniquely terrifying? It's the idea of a place that is inherently evil. It's not just a ghost in a machine. The machine itself is the monster. The architecture that Alistair Blackwood so carefully designed wasn't just a home, it was a trap. The strange symbols weren't for decoration, they were a lure. He didn't build a bridge to another world, he built a stomach. Modern paranormal teams have petitioned to enter the manor, but all requests have been denied. The town wants to demolish it, to erase this dark stain from their history. But there's a problem. Every time a demolition crew has been scheduled to go in, something has happened. Equipment fails, workers get mysteriously ill, or freak weather events force them to cancel. It's as if the house is protecting itself, refusing to die. Some people believe the only way to end the curse is to find what happened to the Blackwood family, to solve the original mystery. Was there a secret room the police missed? Did Alistair's occult rituals succeed in a way he never intended? Or is the truth something far more simple, and yet more horrifying? Perhaps the house was evil long before the Blackwoods ever arrived, and they were simply its most famous victims. The story of Blackwood Manor, the House of Terror, serves as a chilling reminder that there are some places in this world that are best left alone. Places where the veil between our world and another is thin, and where the echoes of past tragedies never fade. They just wait, patiently, for someone new to listen. What do you think is really going on at Blackwood Manor? Is it a mass hallucination fueled by a dark legend? Or is there a genuine malevolent force residing within those decaying walls? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey into the dark. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more dives into the world's most terrifying mysteries. Stay safe, and whatever you do, don't go exploring any abandoned houses in the middle of the night. You never know what might be waiting for you inside.